Hey, what's up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new very special player review here on FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. Let's take a look at the Team of the Year, Kevin De Bruyne. So, the Belgian Maestro in midfield is 96 rated on FUT 18. Special blue and gold item with 85 pace, 96 dribbling and shooting, 98 passing and 90 physical. Absolute madness right there. 5'11" with high work rates. He is right-footed with the 4-star skills and weak foot combo. So I've got a couple of different squad options for you today. The first one, he would really stand out in a centre midfield spot here. A lot of cheap players around him and some other good, like crazy OP players on the game. But if you really want him to sort of get involved, then play him at cam in a 4-1-2-1-2, like a central cam spot where he can truly get all of the assists and all of the goals for your squad. And this is the mega team that I was playing him in today, deservedly so. So moving on into the in-game stats then, as you can imagine, it is a complete and utter sea of green in those all-important areas. Now, on basic chemistry style, he does just look ridiculous. I think it's a perfectly viable option, especially if you're playing him centre mid, because it's going to boost that defence a tiny bit as well. But today I've gone with the Hawk because that's what I was playing him at cam, so wanted to boost his pace as much as possible, get that into the 90s, and of course that means that 5 out of the 6 stats that he has are all in the 90s, including 99 shooting right there. Just perfection, really is. So moving on into the clips, I genuinely, after using this guy for like a whole bunch of games, I can't find anything wrong with him. I genuinely think he's about as perfect as it's going to get in the cam spot. He's really good. So what you're going to see here is a collection of the assists that I got right at the start, and then of course all of the goals that I was able to score. Now, I think normally, if you're just going to play this guy normally in your squads and stuff, he'll end up getting loads more assists than he will goals. But I was finding myself in the position to either play that final ball, which I did a few times, or I could hit it. And I was just so tempted to hit it all of the time. And I was getting a huge amount of success from doing so, that I scored loads and loads of goals from the cam position. So we can start talking about all of this list of positives, because there's no negatives in my opinion that we can talk about. Honestly, I can't think of any. He performed so very well for me today. His pace is great, you know, we boosted it into the 90s, but even if you use a different chemistry style and you're just stuck with the mid-80s pace that he's got, it's perfectly fine for a centre mid or a cam, because how often do you really need to sprint and stuff with a player like that? It's a lot of the time it's more about timing, you know, the perfectly timed runs and stuff, which is what De Bruyne is all about. He would often end up in front of my 2 strikers, Harry Kane and Salah, just because I would play that LB pass, that 1-2, and then you can see he just starts running. Either striker plays it back to him and he's in a position to shoot. So his positioning is great, you know, as a cam, he does get heavily involved in the attack, and he's got high work rate, so he's going to help get back into the centre of midfield as well. And the reason that I've put stamina alongside his positioning, should I say, is because Kevin De Bruyne is everywhere. He is literally everywhere, and he doesn't run out of juice all game long. He will just continue to run and run, sprinting back to make an interception in the midfield, and then of course sprinting forward, like in a lot of these clips that you're seeing, to end up getting the glory and scoring the goals. His dribbling is Messi-like in this game. It's so very close, so very tight. The ball rolls and just the little intricate skills that you can do whilst on the ball that don't actually require having skill moves are very interesting. So yeah, like, you know, ball rolls and no touch dribbling and like the close control dribbling and stuff. It all works out perfectly, and then of course you branch out into the fact that he has got the 4-star skill moves. So a few of the goals that you'll see have either got like a Berber spin or a Giovinco spin or whatever they're called nowadays involved. The heel click is something I was using an awful lot with Kevin De Bruyne, just because that gets him up to speed really quickly, and because his touch is so great and his dribbling is so great, he gets back onto the other end of that heel click really quick, weaves past the defenders. But yeah, I often found myself even just sticking to like the ball roll because it was effective. You know, he holds the ball so close to his feet that the defenders just can't get near it, and of course it is a shift in direction. His vision and passing ability is also like second to none. I don't think I've used anyone on this game that can pick out the passes that he does. Obviously you'll notice that a bit more as you continue to use him. But a lot of the time I was going for the shots, as I mentioned. But really, his key passes through to either one of the strikers to then, who can then lay it off and get an assist, and it doesn't end up being De Bruyne's, is just perfect. It starts the whole move going, and sometimes creates a goal which wouldn't have otherwise happened. Also managed to score a really nice free kick with the Belgian as well, right in the top corner. It was pretty much unsavable. But the other areas of his game that are really impressive to me are the fact that he's got strength. You know, he's not just someone that has the dribbling and the shooting and the passing, you know, but gets barged off the ball all the time. He can really hold his own in the strength department because he has got that 90 physical by default as well. His shooting is just honestly off the scale. It's ridiculous. So much fun to hit bangers with either the left or the right foot of De Bruyne because he has got that in his locker. And the biggest positive that I can give to this guy is that he just is the midfield maestro. You know, he's got it all. I think he's about perfection in terms of a centre mid cam or even centre forward on this game. Give him a go if you've got the coins. I highly recommend him. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.